Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Labert. You have now into the Hangout. And this one is when the debating stops and the killing starts. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. When the debating stops and the killing starts, then this escapism is going to stop. You know, when people come online and claim that they're debating, arguing, and fighting over theological differences and different things. You know, it's just an excuse for most people to escape from their pitiful lifestyles and things of that nature. They're not really out here for the salvation, liberation of our people. Not from a revolutionary standpoint, nor from a biblical standpoint, which is a very revolutionary standpoint. That's why they don't understand exactly what it is that's going on. A lot of people quote Malcolm X, but they never really pay attention to what Malcolm talks about when he say it hasn't been one revolution that wasn't bloody. There's no such thing as a revolution that ain't bloody, right? So after the debating starts and the killing starts, you know, in the figurative way of saying things, you got to kill a lot of the bullshit that's going on, right? In the very literal way, sometimes you might have to kill the bullshitters for the bullshit to stop. So figuratively or literally, you know, killing the bullshit of the bullshitters is what one has to do to really have a true revolution, right? Because when you organize and you organize properly, then you know you got to trim the fat. Just what it is, people, when dealing with life and the reality of what we talking about here, right? We see more and more of these debates becoming more confrontational. We see the different ones that then, you know, sided with a certain side or a certain team becoming more arrogant, more aggressive towards those that don't hold certain ideologies and things of that nature. You know, becoming very competitive, right? Forgive me, I gotta let people know I'm on. The little people that's up, they might tune in and check me out. So, you know, then you got money, power, girls, different things that's becoming more and more involved in the scenery, right? You know, how many stories have y'all not heard about brothers sleeping with other brothers' wives, trying to sleep with other brothers' wives, how much money people them been messed out of or whatever. How many of these stories have y'all not heard? You know, the setting people up, you know, um, the phone taps, the recordings, the this, that. I won't say phone taps, but the recording of phone calls and, you know, things of this nature, you know, you really get to affect a man's get to start affecting, I should say, I guess. You start affecting people money, you start affecting they home life with you know, hitting their old women up, hitting their women up or whatever, you know, bringing new women into a circle of women's that you know, it's so much stuff that affects, you know, the life and the reality of it that a lot of people keep. I did the show about escapism a while back. A lot of people keep trying to escape from. And the killing, I think that's something that people been trying to escape from. But it appears that it's becoming more and more volatile out here to the point where that's going to eventually, manifest itself in the community. Um, that's it, people. I mean, little scrimmages where people are getting in other people's faces, you know, people having debates with 40 guns or so in the building. No, that's outside the building. In the building, let's say 24 guns. Henry had to have his guns on him. You know what I'm saying? So about 24, that's 64 guns all in all at a debate. Man, when did you know street corner debates, a street knowledge debates turn into that type of situation? Can there ever be debates on 125 again, just on the street? And I guess if strangers come, they would never get a opportunity to debate because you can't trust who it is that's participating in the debates now on 125. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't just that small circle of individuals that oh so well, the politics that take place, then I guess you won't see nobody else. People can't enter into the community now unless they're initiated through the and Ra squad system and stuff. So the face of the House of Consciousness of the conscious community has evolved on y'all. And I don't think y'all realize it. Me and Pit Boss used to sit back, even on the shows, but just in general, and talk about after the Harry Rosenberg debate, shit was gonna change. It wasn't gonna be the same. And sure enough, it is what it is. It's not the same. People didn't kill the bullshit, right? And they most definitely didn't kill the bullshitters. But that's what it seemed like it's gonna have to come down to. You know what I'm saying? For the liberation of the people, the minds and the hearts of the people from, the Masonic fraternal this, that, and all these other things that, is running the masses of people, even in the conscious community. We see and hear more of, the who's and what's what, you know what I'm saying? You got your Masons and your Eastern Stars and your African voodoo judo systems that, most of these people in, they still forget that even amongst the Israelites, just like, crazy different people in the dirt and raising them up perpendicular or whatever. Then when you go in that water, you're being initiated into, God's fold. And that comes with oaths and things of that nature too, if y'all don't comprehend and understand. The Israelites have a mystery system too. It's just that most people are not truly initiated into it or follow the rules and regulations that's dictated by the Lord God of Israel. Not man, but the Lord God of Israel. They fail to realize these things. And failing to realize this, that's where we get a lot of the goofiness and the bullshit and the playing, when it's about, or the Bible is about, the liberation of the people. That's who Israel's supposed to be. That's what Israel's supposed to be bringing about. the true liberation. You know, I stated it before, but like I said, I don't push a lot of this stuff that much because, you know, I only get 100 to 200 people sometime, right? So I don't get to, you know, touch that many people most of the time. I'm not on these big platforms out here, and these conglomerate, you know, platforms out here with everybody pushing what they pushing. So you know, I don't really push nothing, but you know, like you got the Liberation Army, right? The Black Liberation Army. So I was like the Israel Light, you know, Liberation Army. That was my thing. You know, I take black stuff and put Israel with black it. You know, that's the whole thing with the you know, Sharif Bey and um Reggie debate, brother Reggie debate, right? That from both of their perspectives, I combined the two a long time ago. You say you need a national identity. I said Israel, right? You need the blackness for what? The black power and the liberation to carry on the years and years of that liberation thing. Well, you amalgamate the two, right? You get your nationality from the book and you get your liberation from the book, right? Circle 7, cool. You know, he called himself speaking about Jesus in the Circle 7, right? We know Ruth the Moabite, David, genealogy lines, no sweat, right? As I was speaking with the brother yesterday, you know, the Moorish brother on the show, we was talking about that. And you see, I brought up which one is like the most dominant nationality truly in the world. Um, Seeing that he stated that being a Moor is not a religion or this and that, it's a nationality. It's a civil code or it's a national code that's being embarked on by the followers of Noble Drew Ali. But people, the most significant nationality, meaning being a part of a nation, from my reading and studying, and you can see from the actual manifestation of quote unquote Esau taking the identity of Jacob and receiving the blessings and the curses, you know what I'm saying, that come with carrying that national identity. It's I mean, it speaks for itself. It's unmatchable. The only way you see it outside of, you know, just nationhood is where you see the ecclesiastical powers that take place. Now, you know, that has a lot to do with the Ishmaelites, who are Hebrews, and the Edomites, who are Hebrews, and the Israelites, which, you know, they Hebrews, right? And people call themselves Hebrew Israelites, like y'all stupid and don't know where the Israelite is or come from, right? So people, it's the most significant. So you see them taking on, even at the end of the day, Hebrew or Hebraic um, religious things within their ideology and stuff. When I say they, I'm talking about the Moors now. Even the nation of Islam. You see these people dealing with the Abrahamic faiths, traditions, whatever have you, right? But the realization of it is when you deal with the Torah, which is like the foundational book for all of them. That's where you're gonna read about Abraham at. That's where he come into existence or into play within the mystery system or within, you know, the national text, right? The covenant goes Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the 12 patriarchs. You still gotta acknowledge the nationhood of Israel, the nationality of Israel. So why try to circumvent that and don't just get straight to the point? Israel, the nation of Israel, the God of Israel. You know, that's why you get Allah, different stuff. But that's why you get people going into captivity. That's why you get, as Sharif was explaining the other day, right? That's why you get the Catholic Church coming after the Moors. Because, number one, they're not claiming Israel as national identity, right? They got another political identity that they're trying to hide under, right? But yet these are physical, the good majority of them, physical descendants of the household of Jacob that now is dealing with Allah or the Ishmaelites, you know, ideology, theology. And for that, the Lord God of Israel will punish even to the third and fourth generation, Sadnetta. But we're not to use that parable no more. Also, Sadnetta, Ezekiel 18. But this is what it boils down to, people. That's the national identity that you have to deal with. I know a lot of people don't want to deal with it now because you see brothers that do run around calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. You know, they say they well studied and scholarly and they read books and stuff, but they act like they don't even know their fucking national identity. Like, your fucking national identity is not Hebrew Israelites. But then you'll even see, well, that's like calling yourself a Moor. You say, I'm a Moor. Like, that's your national identity. That's what the God of Israel identify his nation as, you know. So, once again, escapism, people. No one wants to claim that identity now because no one wants to really argue, fight, and debate with those that call themselves Jews today. But that ain't even no problem. They could be Jews and you could still be the nation of Israel. Because you know what? When you claim to be of the nation of Israel, more than anything, you have identified yourself with the land and the nation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go look at the UN Charter or whatever. I bet you find the nation of Israel in it. I mean, you could go politic on that national stage. You won't do that though, because that's when the debating stops and the killing starts. Motherfucker gonna spill your blood, or you gonna have to spill some blood trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring about a revolution to take the land back. You can't do that without the king. Until the king's back, you can't do that. And you would understand that as a nation, that at this point, we don't have a king, we don't have a true leader. The Holy One is not with us. And we can't go take the land back. But that don't mean that now you can't function as a nation outside of your nation. It don't mean you can't be dignitaries or as AOC like to call themselves, ambassadors of Christ, dignitaries in foreign land. You know what I'm saying? Really talking about true politics and dealing with the politics of your nation. You know what I'm saying? Being ambassadors unto Christ truly. And in doing that, you would take the gospel, the good news of the coming king and kingdom. Yeah, I mean, in the end, everybody gonna come up under one banner, the nation of Israel. If you don't come up under that banner, then the king is gonna slaughter. He said he gonna take Israel into the wilderness and he gonna bring them into the bond of the covenant. Well, if judgment start at the household of God first, how else is anyone else gonna survive if they don't meet the same measurements as those that came before them, the firstborn? So it is what it is, people. I mean, we gotta have some real conversation. I see Nazi back out with the liberating conversation, get a brother a hand. People talking about liberation again, black liberation theology, which is nothing but Israel's liberating. I'm gonna say liberating, but it's liberation, liberating theology. That's what James Cone tapped into when he took the Holy One of Israel, right, and started bringing them from the Martin and Malcolm perspective of the civil rights movement, and start tying it in that what Sharif didn't talk about, or Reggie didn't really deal with, because he's not a religious person and he don't deal with the religious text, quote unquote, the cultural text of Israel like that. That when you deal with black liberation theology, because I believe Reggie do deal with the creator or a creator. He's not an atheist, like he don't believe, I don't know. When I get a chance to interview, talk to him, we'll talk about that a little bit. Maybe then y'all can comprehend his perspective. But anyway, and acknowledging, right, that black is the oppressed. It's just dealing with polarities, right? Or just dealing with the positive and negative, the yin and the yang. Something has to be white, something has to be black, something has to be positive, something has to be negative. Some got to be on this end of the pole and some on the opposite end of the pole. That's just how it is. So you could deal with it based on color, whatever type of thing you need to bring about the understanding, the perspective that's needed, right? So that's right. Ephraim and Manasseh, yeah. The priesthood, that's a big thing. Divine hit people with the priesthood. I still don't think they understand the whole priesthood breakdown after the order of Melchizedek, and Melchizedek, who he was and how long he been around and how long he been sitting on the right hand side of the Father. But we ain't gonna get it to that because most people don't have the faintest idea. Anyway, yeah, true. So that's what it's about, people. So when the debating stops and the killing start, then liberation is taking place. And I'm not talking about being liberated from under the white man system or white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about functioning in white supremacy, under white supremacy, I should say. That's a better way of stating it. You got to be able to function in white supremacy. You know why? Because the Lord God of Israel have given them dominion over the earth. You may heard some of this when the brother Ron was talking on the show we was doing earlier. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Daniel It's easy to find it and deal with it, right? Let's do that. What the hell is this? Oh, that's from the. So now, man, I got a lot of windows up, but I ain't even know. Let me start closing some of these things out. But that's what it is, people. Like I said, number one, I got to speak on these things because Nas, he trying to take the liberation talk. He come back. He ain't on this Kemet and homosexuality and Kemet, this, that, and the other, and keeping the division up between Israel and Egypt, the Israelites and the Egyptians. Y'all know I did the secret relationship between Israelites and the Egyptians, right? That in all actuality, they are one people now. I know y'all niggas don't like to hear that. But they one people now because of the amalgamation that took place. And when they came out, those two nations was, as the brother saying in the chat, they was joined at the hip. The Hamites' fate and the Israelite fates was tied together. That's why y'all don't really pay attention that it was the physical Hamites that wanted to go back and eat good and stuff. Them the ones that had to find the things in life. And the Israelites, they were still hustling and bustling. So even when you hear Harry Rosenberg talking about the mixed multitude, right? And those that on polite level that want to go back into Egypt, that wants to be the Nasut, that wants to have a priesthood, which basically stems up under the craft of Amun-Ra, right? And you wonder why you got an Amun-Ra squad, right? People, y'all not doing the science. Y'all not doing the knowledge. Shout out to Do the Knowledge Radio. Y'all not doing the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I hear you in the chat, bro. I hear you. That's that right there. I might have to look into that. But yeah, people, I mean, this is what it is, man. So when the debating starts and people really start getting on their revolution and bloodshed start happening, then you know the liberation is taking place. You know why? Because now people standing up speaking the truth. You know what happened when you stand up and speak the truth? They gonna shed your blood. Busy Bone got that song, shed your blood, cause Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So when bloodshed start happening, then you know you done got somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This is similar to, once again, what we was talking about with Sharif and Reggie's debate. What took place? Start, pushing the envelope a little too far with some brothers that don't want to play that game. Don't play that game, right? Them brothers did not come to play. Seeing that the basis and the foundation, and this is where you know that the change is coming too. The basis and the foundation of the House of Consciousness and what been going on over there started with Sarah Seti, right? And Eileen Bay. That's the foundation of what was going on in the House of Conscience to leapfrog it from that to select Polite and Seti, so on and so forth. You can see the evolution of the debates. You can see the evolution of the conversation. But as Reggie was defending Black at this last debate, we see Polite interest into it was to kill Black power. Seti already tarnished the Moorish paradigm. And you can see the jankiness in the whole thing where Sharif said he asked only 2 questions. What is the debate title to Seti? And do you represent Noble Jew Ali of Moorish Science Temple of America? So you debating a Moor that doesn't really deal with or believe what you debating them on. He's getting a check. And I would hate to talk about the man in that manner and bring about, the treasonous act. But hey, people, it is what it is. Money makes cats do funny things. Beware those that gotta have money. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be flattered, have money, different things. All these things lead to, you know what I'm saying, a nigga that can be bought. Right? You have to look out for these things, right? Because these things are characteristics of one that would pretty much snake you. Ask me how I know. You know how many snakes I done had to cut the grass on? You see them over here 1 minute, next minute they ain't here. I don't run people away like that. They choose to walk away. But some of them choose to walk away. I would give them a good reason because I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hiding it. Most of y'all probably have realized that, outside of me being humble and trying my best to be God-like, Christ-like, you know what I'm saying? Anointed in that capacity, you know what I'm saying? My truest nature, my carnal mind is I'm an asshole. Can I hide it? What's done in the dark will come to light. So, I can't hide nothing, And that's what it is, But it's from a dictative perspective, a place of authority, knowing what it is that's going on, knowing what you're talking about, and knowing when other people faking the funk, when the debating stops and the killing starts. You gotta murder these people images. You gotta, people do it to me, You realize that good or bad, you affecting the lives of people when people take their time out to make videos about you, conversate about you. You get in a situation and people want to come over and conversate about it like, yeah, I know that dude too, and he ain't the best, and it's like, who don't know? As I just said, I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're affecting people for the good or the bad when your name come up and they just gotta speak on it. They just gotta entrench themselves in you. Like, let me tell you a story. Let me do this. Let me do that. So if nothing else, like others that I talk about, you know what I'm saying? I see that I'm affecting people, good or bad. You know, niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do, as the great poet Tupac said. You know, niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do, right? So you can't worry about what you do and how it really affects people. Cause some is gonna be positive, some is gonna be negative. You gotta know that, right? Reading them side chat right quick. Y'all should hang out with me more. I have my side chat on. Talk with me. Make me read. Ah, the axioms. Axioms. Yeah. Mussolini stole the 5 pillars and announcement from and Hitler slaughtered so-called Jews. Mussolini was in Ethiopia. What they stole was the calendar from our people, Ezekiel Real, this calendar. Had the line of Judah and Ephraim. The Bible was originally in hieroglyphics. You can find that in the Roses. It shows at least the Greeks and Egypt was in. Greeks took the Bible from them, converted it down to the Greeks in the time Alexander way. Later James got it, but at that time this was well, bro, you a little too deep for me right now. I'm about to go over into your channel, see what you talk about and deal with over here. Hopefully you got videos explaining some of this stuff. That's another thing, people. Nah, he ain't got this stuff on the channel. But that's when you know you hurting people too. When you can come out and be the liberation that you're talking about. You could tell people I'm an asshole. And I know I'm gonna look that way to a lot of people. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you out the door. And then that way you ain't gotta lie to the people. You ain't gotta put on a mask in public. You ain't gotta do those type of things. And then that way, it's like being a guy out of shape, this, that, and the other, and a person still wants you for you. A sister, with some stretch marks on her stomach, this, that, and the other, hopefully from a baby. She had a baby, and now she got them stretch marks for bringing about life. Some people think that's ugly. I think that's beautiful, because I think babies and birth and life is beautiful, and that's the sign that one did not abort their child, but actually carried that child and stretched their body, to bring about life. It's just some real nigga shit. I know y'all are used to that. All right, man, just hit me up in the message box or whatever. Ain't no thing, man. I talk to people, Maybe you can find some way to put that stuff in documentation and stuff. How you doing, sister? I see you up, huh? I hear you. But people, that's what it is, I done had me some good sleep and stuff. I'm up. Last night I was still kind of sleepy. I was sleep drunk. But, I'm pretty much up now. And I would Well, I had started looking over some notes and refreshing myself on some of this stuff I want to talk about lately. But yeah, people, when the debating stops and the killing starts, you know, because number one, I was like, um, let me think of one of the old, um, not that one. Uh, Man, how that song go? I know what I do. It's online. I pull it up and remind myself. Sometimes you got to remind yourself, people. I'm getting old. I'll be 39, 3 more days. I'm getting old, you know. Oh, it said, all men is liars, especially those that ain't got the 10 to guide them in the youth. They idolize them because the lies they're fed, unknowing that it's only leaven in their bread for the moment. Therefore, we need atonement. Yes, the true affliction of ourselves, while leave it to someone else to bring about our deaths. Brothers and sisters, it's time that we start to amputate ourselves from sin and never let it rise its ugly head again. Right? So, what am I talking about it now? You know what I'm saying? I almost forgot it just as quick as I thought of it to spit it or put it out there, right? All men's is lights, especially those that ain't got the 10 to guide them. And the youth, they idolize them because the lies they're fed, unknowing that it's only leaven in their bread for the moment. So taking you to the leaven bread, a little leaven leavens the whole lump. Leaven, bread, money. It's only so far you can rise with that money, that fiat currency. You know, you could get into the bitcoins too, but then you getting into the system where you're not dealing with physical cash but digital cash. How you gonna get into that? But anyway, we not gonna get into that, right? Knowing that it's only leaven in that bread for the moment. Therefore, we need atonement, the true affliction of ourselves, while leave it to someone else to bring about our death. Right? And go back to Pac said, real nigga pick the time to go. You know what I'm saying? You choose when it's time to die for something, or the time to live for something. We ain't gonna get into the science of that. But anyway, you know, the true affliction of ourselves, why leave it to someone else to bring about our deaths? Brothers and sisters, it's time that we start to amputate ourselves. You know, if your hand offend you, cut it off. If your eye, your feet, your lips, that tongue, that old wicked tongue, you know, that little member that boasts so much, right? Amputate ourselves from sin, the transgression of the law, right? And never let it live again, right? That's when you truly then transform, right? So, as Nas said, I never brag, I really keep it. It's the best kept secret. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, people, this is life. This is life. This is what people fail to realize. This is why you don't find people, they'll say, oh, you a media whore. Oh, you always on the camera. Oh, because my life's an open book. Shit, my closet door been open and stay open. I ain't got no skeletons gonna fall out that I'm gonna be like, oh shit, the community see a skeleton. Let me take that and hide it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you liberated people. That's when you can be free. Cause then when you with reasonable people, you can be reasonable. Remember, it's a time and season for everything. When you amongst murderers, then you could be a murderer. And when you find these murderers trying to get at you, then you snuff them out. When you find those that want to be peaceful, you can be peaceful with them. When you find those that want to be reasonable, you can be reasonable. When they don't want to be reasonable, shit, you just change clothes. What you think Jay-Z was talking about Change clothes. I'm gonna put on my play clothes. I'm gonna put on my go to war garment. You know, if y'all was part of the aristocrats or whatever, the big wigs, you'll understand that, they got their tennis attire where they go play tennis. They got their poolside attire. They got their lunch and dinner. Even when they go to bed, the robes and stuff. They got different clothing attire for different things. When they do different stuff, they dress a certain way. It's the same thing, in the world. You can understand when, somebody got on some army fatigues. They trying to tell you they're in a military mindset, right? You could tell when they got on you know, penguin suit with the tails and stuff, tuxedo. They're in another mindset. This why in real life you see people say, well, you can't have no tennis shoes and baseball caps at the club. Because you ain't coming to club if you dressed like a thug. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming to club. You still in your thug mentality, right? So what you wear speaks a lot, right? You will figure that, like the Hebrew Israelites, let me give y'all a little insight on them, right? They stand on the street corner and they say they in their priestly garb. Don't you know the priests, when they was in the temple, before they put on their garb, they had to wash themselves. They had to be clean in the first place. Then them garbs weren't supposed to leave out the temple. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. That's why when I look at Hebrew Israelites, I understand if they teach teaching them properly. I understand if they understand or they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because I been overstood what was going on. How the hell you on the street corner amongst the unclean and so-called priestly robes? It's a time and season to put on your apparel, right? Nas he talking to polite them about foreign clothes and stuff. But never is it once spoken of, and he missed the metaphysical. So I don't know why he ain't do the knowledge. Right? Check it out. Adam and Eve naked. I had an ex-friend used to talk about seeing your nakedness all the time, right? So naked, you need to be clothed, right? When you in all white, going back to the white and black paradigm, what white stand for and what black stand for, right? When you in all white, you in, righteous robes, right? So you won't have unrighteous garments. You know what I'm saying? If you steal some apparel and put it on, them ain't righteous. You could go to James and they talk about gay clothing. You know, that's the skinny jeans and side caps and, feminine attire, this and that. Same thing. If you wear that pertains to a woman and you wear that pertains to a man. So you got all kind of scriptures and stuff talk about people wearing what they wearing, as I go back to what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got different attire for different things. And a homosexual man or a man that want to be a woman, he would dress like a woman because he want to be in that mindset, putting on women panties and doing this and dressing up like a woman. You know what I'm saying? They tell you about the mindset. So, I mean, I understand him with that, but he ain't really take it to the righteous apparel. You know what I'm saying? Being dressed in righteousness, not dressed in wickedness, right? And when you wearing signs and symbols, as people say, the Nike symbol and this and that, when you wear certain signs and symbols, it do speak too. Same way that people wear clothing and have red, black, and green on. That's supposed to speak to the people. You know what I'm saying? When you wearing the Moorish star, when you wearing this and that, or you wearing your fraternity clothes and stuff. I'm alpha, I'm beta, this and that. All these things is symbolism, and it speaks to the people, and it tells them when you got the square and the compass and stuff. I'm a Mason, I'm this and I'm that. You know, so you know, to go back to my original conversation, when you wearing your priestly garments, you're supposed to be in the temple and doing the priestly work. You ain't supposed to have your ass on the street with your attire on. That's why people would look at them and be like, these niggas in Power Ranger suits. You know what I'm saying? But that's just to give you a little insight on that. You know, I was gonna beat them up one day on that. But I let it out there. Somebody, y'all could take it and beat them up on it, you know, because it's so true. It's so true. They saying we in our priestly garments and we on the streets. Now, when you see like General Yohana them on the Passover and they got they stars and they swords and all of that stuff, well, they at the Passover and they call themselves being separate by holding this feast day, and itself be ye holy, for I am holy. And keeping that feast day show you to be holy, separate, you know, a part of its elect. And you got on your priestly garments, then that kind of make a little bit more sense than standing on the street corner, because you really then effed up if you out there on the street corners in your priestly attire. But at the same time, we read about the scribes and the Pharisees, and we know who they are today because they want to broaden their phylacteries. Want to wear they big ass, you know, Star David or Shield of David or Molech or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? People, when the debating stops and the killing starts, the implantation of oneself, the murder of one old man to let the new man, you know, appear and live. Hopefully the old man don't resurrect. Was it what I said? Have your old man ever resurrect himself? Wouldn't let you put him to death? I know. Yeah, Jay Fat's the call for that. But how the hell you gonna let him profit in his craft? That's right, right. You're the descendants of the ones that said make that calf. You know what I'm saying? You're the descendants of the one that said make that calf. You know, I got old rhymes, people. I ain't wrote no new stuff and tried to put it in the, you know, the mental Rolodex, you know, on some who got them drunk off the spirits, hitting that harlot cup. Those that's corrupt, that's fulfilling their own lust for filthy lucre's sake. I find that they talk with the hiss of a snake, beguiling those that hate the truth but love a lie. You know what I'm saying? Beguiling those that hate the truth but love a lie. They love a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's why they drunk off them spirits, hitting that harlot cup. They fulfilling their own lust for filthy lucre's sake. They talk with the hiss of a snake. You know what I'm saying? See, when I tell y'all I done crafted a lot of what needs to be said and done already, and mold and shape it in different media multi outlets, I done did that. That's why I don't write rhymes and stuff no more. I don't really get to record them. Can't find the beats or the sound I really look for or looking for. But I got that fire. You know what I'm saying? I got that fire. I keep fire and everything I do. It's just like I keep telling y'all, I can't let y'all hear and see all that I am. You know, it's kind of like Moses coming off the mountain. Shit, my appearance starts shining and I start shining. Y'all gonna have a problem. So I gotta keep the veil on my face. You know what I'm saying? Not a mask. I just can't let you look me dead in the face. Can't let you look me in the eyes. You probably shit your pants, you know. But I understand. Let me see what's saying now. came blood sacrifice and exposed. No charge was higher than that. The righteous saw. Yes, they gave power to deities. You hit it best. And no, I've been in the court in New York fighting these same day was for years. Our own so-called people. Yeah, so it is what it is, people. I mean, life's so real, man. That's you got to think. What I say, 3 days away, I'll be 39. Don't you know, man? I come from the era where nigga thought he'd be dead by 25, and the way I was living, you know, like I said, I've been a grown man since 14. Really, I've been in a nightlife, strip clubs, gambling halls, shooting dice in the horn, all of this stuff. I just kicked it with like my first cousins, and all of them, at least about the closest one to me, he wasn't around. Me and my other cousin, she female, we the same age. Then all the rest of them way older than me, and these are the guys that I used to hang out with at 14. They way older than me. They at least got me by 10, 15, close to 20 years, right? And these same guys, I remember we used to be on charter buses, right? Going to Memphis, Mississippi, just riding around, smoking, drinking, kicking it. Like I said, back hall juke joints and stuff. For y'all in the South, y'all know what a juke joint is. All this stuff. So my 39 years is way longer than your average 39-year-old. I've been off the porch a long time. You know. So, you know, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I got plenty of rest in before I woke up this time. I'm gonna go back to sleep though. Give me some more rest. Make sure I'm well rested. You know, Friday is up on us. Saturday will be here at sundown. To the next sundown, we be in the Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, people. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You know, I just be thankful that the Lord allowed me to hear and see, and that you know, there ain't no secret. Everybody already know. I started listening to the Israel of God tape ministry. Brother Bowie and brother Danny. They was together at the time, and you know, the brothers gave me a strong foundation. I didn't have to go and find no One West, no bullshit doctrine like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to grow up in that shit and purge myself of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got strong fundamental foundation from the beginning, which allowed me to learn and build from there. You know what I'm saying? And in my honest opinion, I think Brother Bowie's like the best damn teacher out there. You know what I'm saying? Best teacher out there. Brother Danny, you know, he good too. But the way he teach resonate another way with me. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I see it. That's the man I study. That's the man I listen to. Them the footsteps that I pretty much followed in. Not to clone or be a buoyite, as some people say. I don't even, Bowie wouldn't be arguing with people and he wouldn't be cursing and doing the things that now maybe when he was younger, as he say in the park, he used to get down. We don't know what them park days was like, right? But that's when he was debating and stuff in the park. But you know what I'm saying? The way he deliver and stuff, I never clone another man. I idolize no man. I learned a long time ago not to idolize anybody. You know, like just to reminisce. I used to run around with that. Yeah, oh boy. I used to run around with that. I have the power of Grayskull. Oh, some He-Man shit. Masters of the Universe, right? that's Lil Carl, you know what I'm saying? That's Lil me. I was a He-Man fan. I always been a cartoon fan. I done loved them all. You know what I'm saying? I still watch cartoons today. I go back and type in old cartoons and just to watch them and stuff. And remind myself. You know what I'm saying? And I can't remember how my mother put it to me. I think she smacked the shit out of me. But anyway, she got my attention. I can't remember exactly. I had to be what? I wasn't yet 14. I wasn't yet 10, so I had to be about 7 or 8. And she was telling me, nigga, that ain't reality, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's fantasy. That's not real. You know. And so she gave me what it took to understand and realize what reality is and that escapism shit at a young age. Whether if I knew it or not, or comprehended it or not, I can reflect now. You know what I'm saying? And understand the lessons. You know, what people say, your mother is your first teacher, right? So, reflecting back on lessons, real life, you know, it's one of the problems with the world. Niggas caught up in escapism and don't want to deal with real life. Let me see. Oh, appreciate, bro. But I mean, anything I do, I know the Lord allow me to, do my Thundercat shit. I'm reminiscing on all my cartoons. Have sight beyond sight. I ain't looking through the eye of Thundera. But, you know, having sight beyond sight, and seeing these people for who they are, and the spirits that they have on them. Most people fail to realize that even when you politic, it's still a certain spirit you got to have on you. And it's a certain spirit you're going to have on you. Once again, the Lord God sends spirits to people, the good ones and the bad ones. Y'all ain't read about Saul? The Lord sent him an evil spirit. So when I see different brothers act out, those that then fell away from the truth, which I was reading, dealing with the 2300 days, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. But anyway, I understand the spirit that's on most of these guys. They've been out here getting a polygamy on, excuse my French people, fucking all these women, getting all the pussy they can off the word of God, off the strength of his name, getting money, misappropriating funds and stuff, off the strength of his name and doing all these things. I know the Lord got a punishment for him, if he don't strike them with AIDS or this and that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing else, you could tell when the Lord didn't put the fix on a brother. You know what I'm saying? I know I can. I see it a mile away because I'm going to dispute with you. And it said, try the spirit by the spirit. And I'm going to dispute and I'm going to talk and I'm going to discern with the spirit of God if you walking in the spirit of God or you got the mental mind state of one walking in the spirit of God. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I discern. You know what I'm saying? Because a real man will confront another man. And it ain't even on no biblical stuff. It's just a real man will confront another man. And when you confront another man, you're going to see who it is that you entangle with, who you fighting with, and what type of person they are. You know, be watching my Naruto. And I think I gotta wait. They doing the 2 weeks thing now. You know, you could watch Naruto every week, but you know, they trying to go into Baruto or whatever, Naruto's son. They trying to bring that stuff out. They did the movie, so on and so forth. So they dragging out these last things. They giving it a lot of feels, you know, people daydreaming and reminiscing and stuff. But you know, him and Sasuke, Naruto and Sasuke, you know, you got a scene in there where they talk about the way you really understand a person is to fight with them with the fists. You could tell the heart of another man when you in combat with them, because in combat or in war, there's rules of engagement, spoken or unspoken. Anyway, it's rules of engagement, how you engage another person, whether if it's honorable or dishonorable. You know what I'm saying? It's rules of engagement. And even then, you know, you ain't always got to kill or make a person a casualty of war. Kill them. You could give them their life in certain aspects, because soldiers are soldiers. And most of the time they fighting for their presidents, their kings, their generals, this, that, and the other. They're just weapons. They're dispendable, right? So, you know, it ain't really nothing personal between you and this other soldier. But y'all on the battlefield. Y'all pawns in the big chess game. So it ain't nothing personal. If you can have the opportunity to spare his life, you know what I'm saying? You spare his life. Especially when people throw their hands up and surrender. This is what I like about Pac. He said, you know, when the nigga surrender or bow down, well, at least that's what the outlaws said, then don't be the bully. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be the bully. That's the mentality of, you know, you more superior. You know, you got to drop on somebody. Give them their life. But people, it is what it is. When the debating stops and the killing starts, the murdering of ourselves, why leave it to someone else? But the murdering of others, why leave it to someone else, right? But that's when shit gonna get real. Shit ain't that real yet. What happened with this debate with Reg and Sharif showed a lot. And remember, the Moorish paradigm took a hit with Eileen Bay, Lord Apple. Sharif came back and brought some integrity back to their movement. Don't mean that what they doing and what they're espousing to the community is right and exact and sound and need to be all the way heard for us hearing it and taking it in. Now, it's being put on the table and looked at and listened to and combated, right? Because when you said we need a nationality, I'm gonna say the nation of Israel. What other better nationality is it? You bring me the Moorish nationality, I'm gonna reject. No, I'm not a Moor. And when you say Moorish American, Moor-ish, it's an adjective. So when you say I'm a Moorish American, you're not really proclaiming a nationality. You're saying you being Moorish in America. It's an adjective, right? This is when you deal with Taj Tariq Bey and putting things in its proper etymon or its proper, you know, what's the way he said or what is it? It's dealing with the etymon, but it's putting it in its proper. I guess I have slept a little too long and everything hasn't woken up. Yeah, we know. Status correct. That sovereign citizen status correction, this and that. But all Moors are not the same. Some are different. You know, I don't like to profile everybody, but when you deal with majority consensus, the consensus is that a good majority of them, right? But let me see. He talking to me. Let me see. 1 second, y'all. So I mean, people, I don't know. Like I said, it's just it just amazed me sometimes. Like I said, the sight beyond sight thing, being able to see beyond the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Being able to discern the bullshit terrorists. You know, and the like I said, the only way you really gonna that I understand and learn, the only way you really gonna be able to get what you need to get when dealing with individuals and understanding the hearts of men. Look inside the hearts of men. My man Pop. You know, some niggas claim that they your homie, but real life their eyes is on your money. Some niggas say they true, but them niggas will be, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my first teachers, him and Brad Jordan. So, you know, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. I don't know how long I've been here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. But you know, I figure real talk beats bullshit any day. What subject matter do you need more than just life itself, life in general, and talk about it in its most general, you know, in its most general way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to those that have an ear, those that can perceive, perceive, hear. Hear and perceive for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just real dialogue with people. You know, I got a handful of people that popped up here with me tonight. I appreciate y'all chilling with me. I guess I done did an hour or so. It's 3 o'clock. I can't remember when I started. But I'm finna roll, people. Just remember, when the debating stops and the killing starts, you know, you can take that figuratively or you can take that literally, however you want to take it. You know, have your old man ever resurrected self? Wouldn't let you put him to death. I know J Fat's the call for that, but how the hell you gonna let him profit in his craft? That's right, right. You're the descendants of the ones that told Aaron to make that calf. Remember that. Y'all are the descendants of the ones that told Aaron make that calf. Took the earrings out, the gold and stuff. Watch this man create a false god, an idol. And you said, these be the God, this be the God that brought us out of Egypt. I know who children you are. As you know, the Holy One told you. Christ told you. Satan your father. Abraham might be the physical seed, testicles from which you came out of, and through the descendants of Abraham, the testicles that brought you about, that brought the other, you know what I'm saying. You know, but at the end of the day, that's physical. Know who your spiritual father is, right? In the sense, who you follow, to whom you give your members over to, give your heart and your mind over to. That's who your father is. That's why when Jacob showed humility, humbled himself, wrestled with God at Pioneer and all that, you know, what Harry was bringing out, then that's when he got the name Israel, because then he was truly adopted into God's family and can receive the adopted name of adopted, spiritual adopted son of God. Because we know God don't procreate. He created man. Your spiritual father didn't have physical I don't even know how to say it, physical intercourse with Mother Earth and bring you about. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual realm is God. The physical realm is the earth. God is known as your father. The earth is known as your mother. And believe me, they didn't have intercourse to have you, in the sense of the word. That's when you can go, if you entered into the earth, your mother's womb again. You come out, you be born again. It's a whole nother science, whole nother conversation, whole nother, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, I'm finna bail out, people. Finna bail out. I had a nice time talking, recording, and, you know, just sharing some real shit with people, you know, some real conversation, you know, without all the escapism and running away from, you know, this and that, truly being liberated in my dialogue. Because you know what? I'm going to keep it real again here so y'all can understand, just in case y'all need future reference. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas go hate you for whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? So why should I allow you all, which y'all know I never did, to dictate to me how I should walk, talk, act, and do this, that, and the other? Nah. If anything, when the Lord brings about that spirit of conviction or that spirit of conviction, my heart convicts me about certain things, you know, I'm already going to conform to that. I feel convicted. But if I don't feel convicted, I'm going to move. I'm going to move as the spirit directs me. And always keeping in mind not to do my own will, but to do the will of God. And that's to be righteous. See, y'all fail to realize that's to be righteous. That's the only thing and the only spirit that he's trying to convey to you. And whatever you do, because there's a time and season for everything, whatever you do, be righteous in your acts. That's what people fail to realize. Is it a time to curse or use profanity? He says a time for everything under the sun. Is it a time to, what you want to put on the table? We can look at it and ask, is it a time and a season for it? And you know, what's the outcome gonna be? Yes, there's a time for that. And there's a time not to do that. Now, can people discern what season you in, or what season you should be in, or however you want to deal with these seasons and the actions of another person? That's why, you know, only God can judge at the end of the day, because man has lost his ability to discern what season he in and between good and evil. They got the knowledge of it, but the ability to discern. Once again, we just talked about war. We got spiritual warfare, physical warfare, this and that. But at war, there's different times and seasons for the acts that's committed in war. Y'all better get on the other level. You know, there's different levels to this. And a lot of y'all keep playing on that lower level. What text is that, bro? Let me type. I'll keep in cap lock. Okay, yeah. I mean, even Moses told the Levites to strap their sword on, and whoever bowed down to that calf run into him. All right, because our show was about to close out. Uh-oh, there go that yawn. There go that. Yeah, I guess that's why I was mentally preparing to close out. Don't Jesus make you feel good? Because Jesus shed his blood. Let me see. I'm a Bible Gateway right quick. He was told to come out with a sword. Yeah, but I want to put on Bible Gateway and I just listen to the Book of Kings while I'm asleep. Go over some history, you know. I need to freshen up on some of my Israelite history from the book perspective. So I guess I go and listen to Google Elisha and wherever the um first time his name pop up in the book, I start from that book, hit play, and rest my eyes. You know, that's how the old folks used to say it back in my day. Oh, I ain't sleep, I'm just resting my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Second Kings 2 is like what is pop up. Then I'm getting First Kings 17. So okay. I'm gonna start at First Kings 17 and let the computer read to me while I rest my eyes. Oh boy. Let me see.
First Kings 17. And Elijah the Tishbite.
Yeah. So you see I got it queued up. I'm ready to go. Peaceful day to the chat. And there's Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, hasta la vista. I'll be back. Peace. I'm out, y'all. Soon I can find this button.